Welcome. I'm so excited to show you this family home before the big reveal tomorrow. We've been working on it for months and months and months, right down to the light fixtures and the furniture. So we're super excited to take you on a little tour today and show you the highlights of each of the rooms. The kitchen, when we met this family, was a terrible postage stamp of a kitchen in a much larger family home. But there were things set at strange 45-degree angles. Functionally, no one had really thought through the kitchen when the home was originally built. And it was not really great for a family home. There wasn't enough seating for 4 people, and the island was undersized, to say the least, not to insult anybody. In addition to adding functional space in the kitchen, we also added enough seating for 5 people at the island, enough for the family plus a guest, and fabulous for when the family entertains. We upgraded all the appliances in the kitchen, adding an under-counter microwave hidden from view here, beautiful storage space with drawers, and room for absolutely everything the family uses in their day-to-day cooking. A salad sink, which is also great to fill with ice when you're entertaining, and a beautiful gas cooktop, every cook's fantasy. But maybe the best part of this kitchen is the secret pantry. Let me show you. Hidden behind this wall, we have a nice little office nook where cookbooks can be stored, a laptop charging station, lots of room for storage. Our client does home preserving and is a fabulous, fabulous cook who loves to entertain. And we created so many specialized storage bins in here to hold everything that she keeps in her pantry. It's a really functional, nice hideaway space. And we kept the original windows so that there would be natural light and she wouldn't feel like she was in a little box. Absolutely, maybe going to be the favorite part of her kitchen. When we redid the kitchen, we also recreated the wet bar, but I'm going to talk about that in a moment. In order for the kitchen to feel unified and for the family to have the ability to move freely between the 2 spaces, we really opened up and expanded the space. We didn't gain any square footage when we did this renovation, but man, did we gain a sense of volume and space. And one of the ways that we did that was with something as simple as paint, by taking the entire home and all of the trim to a beautiful fresh white. We created this gorgeous neutral envelope so that when we added things like really dramatic light fixtures, they pop. Now, in order to unify the family room and the kitchen, we took themes and threads and we carried them through. We love the dramatic use of black, which is very popular right now in this home, but I also love that it's timeless. Black and white is like a Chanel suit. It's never going to go out of fashion, especially when it's paired with beautiful, soft, warm woods and neutrals like this gorgeous floor. The family room creates a gathering space for the entire family to get together and for the raucous parties that involve island dancing that our client loves to throw. They love to entertain, and this is the perfect environment to have groups of people and family over and entertain and dance wherever you want to. If you look at the before photos, what you'll see is a funny little perch desk here that really carved up the space. And the other thing that was happening is there were 45-degree walls here that made this hallway feel super tight and really narrow and constricted. So here we also opened things up and we pushed that framing back because it was non-structural. And instead of having a drywall opening across the face of the office, we put in glazing so that the light passes freely between both areas. It allows the family to feel connected, but still have some sound isolation and a sense of privacy when working at home while maybe someone's in the kitchen or the kids are working on their homework. Really functionally fabulous for a busy family. So when we carved up the main floor of this home, we actually took out a structural wall that was right here and had to re-engineer and put a new steel beam into the ceiling in order to open up and create this kind of volume in the space. It was super exciting on the day that was delivered, and it was wonderful to see immediately how the volume and the open amount of space available to move through made such a difference in this home. Sometimes there's one important structural element that will be included in order to allow us to create what we're envisioning in a home. So that was really interesting. It's hidden behind drywall now. When we did that, we decided to take this space as an entertaining center. It's situated in between the kitchen, of course, and the dining room. We created a fantasy wet bar with a nice recycling center for cans and bottles, those kinds of things. Beautiful pullouts to hold all your entertaining needs, as well as your liquor cabinet. So it's hidden away. Heavy-duty pullouts to allow for the weight that's involved in liquor bottles and all that delicious, all those delicious beverages that our homeowner will create. And then a gorgeous custom meal and coffee center. They love coffee in this family, and of course, we provided them with some Icelandic roast. So, and then of course, an under-counter refrigerator as well, to allow them to store their beverages for their enjoyment. The beautiful thing about this space is it's situated halfway between the dining room and the kitchen. So when someone is cooking, then someone else can be serving beverages and making guests drinks, etc., without tripping over each other or getting underfoot. This family, as I mentioned, loves to entertain. And every dining room should be designed with long conversations in mind. When we reconfigured the main floor of this home and took out walls and thought about bar spaces and how the family actually lived in the home, we really wanted to take advantage of every square inch on the main floor. But this room, before we did the reframing and re-envisioning of the space, really felt like a poor relative. When you walked into the home, there was this void, empty feeling living room that had furniture in it, but it just really didn't have any personality, and it showed that the room actually was unused. It just felt like it was taking a very long nap. So one of the more important things to consider when you're entertaining is comfortable seating. I love the conversations that take place at dinner parties, and in order for that to happen and for conversations to get really juicy and interesting, you need comfortable seating. People need to be focused on the conversation and not on their sore butts. So we love to do a really heavily upholstered chair that is comfortable for hours on end, because in my mind, the best dinner parties are at least 3 hours long at the table. In addition to that, we made this room feel less lonely and more grounded and connected to the rest of the space by creating strong statements in here. A really beautiful extra long fixture over the dining table grounds it and makes it an important space in the home. Additionally, we have seating for 8 at this table, plus extra chairs can be pulled in from other areas of the house. So there's always a way to add on an extra grouping if you need to. We put storage for things like coasters and placemats and entertaining accessories in the buffet pieces behind the dining table, but we didn't want to add a lot of heavy furniture there, so we chose something with a lot of space and light in it and not absolutely loaded with storage. And then this piece of art was very important to the client, so we rematted it and upscaled the frame to make it the focal point in this room because it's a family heirloom. But we gave it a fresh modern edge with a wide black mat, or a wide white mat rather, and a nice crisp black frame. Then to anchor the room and make it feel really important, we added a black beam running the length of the room just to tie in with some of the accents in the house as well. Overall, it's a spectacular, warm, inviting place to have a dinner party, and we're hoping that we get invited.